Hello everyone, we are from group John Baptise Say. I will be the narrator and I will explain about the introduction. Nanny will explain about the history of John Baptise Say. Aunt will explain about the main issue and contribution. The applications of Say's theory will be explained by Cousin 1 and Cousin 2. And lastly, Justin will do the conclusion for John Baptise Say. Sit back, relax, and enjoy our presentation.
John Baptise Say, who is he? Hello? Oh no, where am I?
Hello Justin. Don't worry, you are now in Lyon, France, back in 1767. You are invited by your historian Nanny since you are curious about Say.
Now, I'm going to talk about the history of John Baptise Say. John Baptise Say is a Frenchman who popularized Adam Smith's idea in French. John Baptise Say is born on January 5, 1767 in Lyon, France and died on November 15, 1832 in Paris, France. His major work, named A Treatise on Political Economy, which is published in 1803. He is best known for the law of market, which postulates the supply creates its own demand. After completing his education, he took a job at an insurance company in Paris, which run by Kervier, who later became the Minister of Finance in France. In 1794, he became an editor of a new magazine dedicated to the idea of French Revolution, and he later became an editor-in-chief of the magazine. In 1799, he was appointed to the tribunal under the Consulate, but was later dismissed by Napoleon. In 1807, he started a cotton spinning mill, which he sold in 1813. Next, in 1817 to 1830, he held a chair in industrial economics at a conservatory of art and health. He was later a professor of political economics at the Collège de France from 1830 until his death.
Let's go to our next station, the contribution of John Baptise Say. The first idea that advocated by Say was the ideal of individual liberty and private property. According to Say, the protection of private property is fundamental to foster economic growth. Say was strong proponent for open markets and free trade, and often criticized the government legislation. Besides, Say was emphasizing the importance of the market should be free from government control. Free market economy is important to eliminate the artificial inequalities among societies, enhance the productivity and competition in the market, and to reduce the poverty. Third contribution of Say's was to figure out the ideal of Say's law of market. Say's law explained that the ability for consumer to demand particular services and goods in the markets actually depends on their ability to supply certain types of goods and services. Lastly, his contribution includes the reciprocity of goods trading for goods. This concept implies that one must supply and generate profit only to consume a variety of goods or services that they wish to buy. However, they will not use all of their money at once.
Hey Justin, let's move on to the next part. My sister and I would like to explain it to you.
What does my cousin's doing here?
So now, we are going to look at the application of the theory in our current economy. In our economy now, we are applying the concept of free market that has been introduced by Say. Free market system is one where voluntary exchange and the laws of supply and demand provide the sole basis for the economic system without government intervention. By free markets, firms sell goods and services at the highest prices consumers are willing to pay, while workers demand the highest wages companies are willing to pay for their services. As an example, look at the stationery and bookstore market. The the books and stationery sold at the prices that are set by firms at the level where consumers are willing to pay.
Next, the other theory that has been applied on our current economy is the theory of entrepreneur. Long time ago, before C was born, the factor of production only consists of labor, land, and capital. There is no entrepreneurship included in it. Even the term of entrepreneur also was not defined at that time. Later on, C brought up the idea of entrepreneurship involvement in production process, since he is an entrepreneur himself. According to him, the land, labor, and capital are combined by entrepreneur as an intermediary. He also identified uncertainty and risk are the difficulties that faced by entrepreneur. Thus, nowadays, entrepreneur is known as one of the factor production.
Wow, I'm finally back. Home sweet home. Hi all, it was an amazing experience.
Hey Justin, hope you enjoyed the trip today. What have you learned?
I've learned that through the revolution, brave and unwavering spirit, he made huge impact on economic thought. Even though JB Say works many jobs, he's still able to make huge contribution to economic. Firstly, JB Say's advocate to the idea of individual liberty and private property. Next, he emphasized that the government intervention is a bad idea in the free market. And most importantly, the infamous Say's law theory. The application of theory can be divided into two, which is the free market system and the theory of entrepreneur.
Whoa, that's good. Bye. See you next time.
Bye everyone and thanks for watching. If there's any question, feel free to ask any of the member of group JB Say.